Can you blink, boys and girls? So can I. Does your abdomen light up when you blink? No? Are you sure? How can you tell? If you are blinking, perhaps you just can't see. Turn to your neighbor and ask him or her to watch your abdomen while you blink. Did it glow? No? Well, I'm not really surprised. If humans were ever able to produce their own light, they may have never invented the electric light bulb. We fireflies have been around long before electricity or even candles. Our light organs, called lanterns, are located in our transparent or see-through abdomens. When humans first discovered us lighting up the forest, they were amazed by how much light we produced. In ancient China and Japan, people collected us in transparent jars and used us as lanterns to find their way in the dark. They named us fireflies, but we are not flies at all. And our light, unlike a fire, is cold. Cold light is the way your ancestors explained our beautiful, magical light. Scientists now know that chemical reactions create the light. They describe this process with a much bigger word. They call it bioluminescence. Can you say that? Bio means living, and lumen means light. I think that's a good name for it, don't you? We are living lights. Other animals and plants glow or light up like tiny electric bulbs, but most of them live in the ocean. Certain types of squid, jellyfish, coral, even sharks glow beneath the water. Plants, such as algae in the ocean, can also grow on the surface of the water. At times, the bioluminescence is so bright that it looks as if someone flipped a light switch beneath the water. It's less common to find land animals that glow or give off light. I've told you that we are called fireflies, but do any of you call us by another name? We're also called lightning bugs, but we are neither flies nor bugs. We are beetles, another group of insects. Take a closer look and you will see. Like all insects, we have three body parts: a head, thorax, and abdomen. We have 6 legs, 2 antennae, an exoskeleton, and like most insects, 2 pairs of wings. We undergo a complete metamorphosis, changing from egg to larva to pupa to adult. Some of our eggs and larvae even glow. Have you ever heard of a glowworm? Glowworms are also misnamed. They are not worms at all. The larvae of fireflies and other insects are often called glowworms because they live on the ground like worms do, and they glow in the dark.
In order for any animal to survive, they must reproduce or have babies. That means we must all work hard to attract mates. Fireflies glow when they are seeking mates. The males fly through the dark, flashing very specific signals to females who sit patiently and wait for them. Our yellowish-green lights stand out against the night sky as we signal one another with special codes. When a female recognizes a male's code as being from the same species, she flashes the same code back to him, and the male lands beside her. Have you ever noticed how some fireflies flash close to the ground with one pattern, but others seem to be higher in the air with a different pattern? These are males of different species attracting their own females. Watch us next summer and you will see what I mean. Hi there, I bet you're surprised to see me today. I'm not bioluminescent. I don't glow, but I do sing. That's what I want to talk to you about today. other ways that insects communicate or share information. Fireflies are silent communicators, flashing their glowing lights back and forth. How do you communicate with one another? You talk, don't you? And what do you use to talk? Your mouths, of course. Although we insects use mouths for eating, just like you, we have no vocal cords or voice boxes, so we don't use them for talking and singing. Even so, we grasshoppers can be a noisy bunch. Have you ever heard grasshoppers sing on a summer day? You won't hear any words, but you will definitely hear a chorus of sounds. Just like birds, each type of grasshopper produces a different song. If you listen closely, you can tell what type of grasshopper is singing by its song. Nearly all grasshoppers have two pairs of wings, but we seldom use them for flying because we spend so much of our lives low to the ground. Male grasshoppers use their wings for communicating with one another. Female grasshoppers do not sing, but they listen very carefully. They hear our sounds with tympanium, eardrums on the sides of their abdomens. Grasshoppers, locusts, and crickets all make sounds by rubbing body parts together, and sometimes two wings and sometimes a leg and a wing. To make sounds, I lift my wings and rub the front wings together. The veins composed of many tiny teeth on the bottom of one wing rubs against the sharp edge or scraper on the top of another wing. It is a little like rubbing your fingers along the teeth of a comb. As the two parts rub together, the wings vibrate, moving back and forth rapidly to produce the sounds that you hear. You may be familiar with my cousin, the katydid. Katydids have a long antenna just like me. As they rub their front wings together, it sounds like they are calling out, "Katydid, katydid." Their high-pitched calls become faster and faster as the outside temperature rises. Some people even say that you can tell how hot it is by the number of times per second a katydid chirps. If katydids live in your part of the world and you are patient enough, you may want to try counting the number of chirps you hear every 5 seconds. Add 39 to that number and you may have an accurate reading of the temperature depending on the species of katydid you are hearing. In some Asian countries, in a tradition that has been practiced for thousands of years, male crickets have been kept in cages as singing pets. Do you know where the ears of a cricket are located? You may remember that female grasshoppers hear with special parts of their abdomen, but crickets have ears on their forelegs. Both places must seem a little strange to you since your ears are on the sides of your heads. Before I leave today, I want to introduce you to another singing insect. These insects are often mistaken for grasshoppers and crickets because they look a lot like us. Does anyone remember what this insect is called? This is a cicada. Cicadas are related to aphids, leafhoppers, and spittlebugs. Unlike grasshoppers and crickets, many cicadas have strong wings and are fast flyers. Male cicadas produce incredibly loud songs, but they do not use their legs and wings to make those sounds. Look closely at the abdomen of a cicada. On its underside, close to the thorax, a cicada has a pair of sound-producing organs called tymbals. These ribbed membranes are a little like the skin of a drum. The cicada uses its muscles to vibrate these drum-like organs. The tymbals pop and click as they move in and out. Their sound is amplified or made louder inside the mostly hollow abdomen, acting like a drum and creating a loud buzzing sound. The shrill sound of hundreds or thousands of cicadas singing together on a warm summer evening may be very loud. Grasshoppers, crickets, and cicadas all use their sound to communicate in much the same way that fireflies use their light. Males attract females for the purpose of mating, making sure that these winged insects will continue to survive. Next time you gather to discuss insects, you will learn about the largest group of insects on Earth. Can anyone guess what they might be?